Hello and welcome to a new YouTube live stream here from the Card Shark studio in Essen, Germany.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, I'm Card Shark.
And I'm Philo, the Mind Shark.
Yes, the Mind Shark. Hey, here at Card Shark, we are specialized on magic tricks for magicians that are extremely visual. No, I missed it. Damn it.
Again.
I think I have to cut it out. No? Yes. Here at Card Shark, we are specialized on effects that are simply amazing, but amazingly simple. Yes, this is all we are focusing on, not finger flicking stuff, but easy to do card magic where you can focus on your presentation, and as a beginner, as a professional, it doesn't matter, you will find the right tricks from us. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment or ask us directly. For instance, at support@card-shark.de.
Yeah.
You can ask him any question, Philo will answer.
I will do my best.
And better just leave a comment below so that everybody from our team can answer you even here in public. That's our pleasure to help you as good as we can. Now today is a very cool topic because we are talking about beginner decks. I did not upload them. I'm just missing it. Yes, that's German. Can you just stand in front of it?
Yeah. Anfänger means beginners.
Yes,
well.
And you know what? That is funny. I even made the anyhow.
Anyhow.
I think in a very small trailer I have to do the background one more time. And anyhow, so today is a stream about beginner decks, the decks that you have bought at the beginning of your career when you just started with Magic, whatsoever. And these decks are having unfortunately a not very happy life in your drawer of Magic Dreams that were never fulfilled. They collect dust. However, they are super strong. You just don't know what you should do with them. Professionals use them all the time, and we will show you how after the trailer.
Vanishing Card Shark.
And here I am.
What do you do? What the heck?
I will. You know what really is interesting? If you can change something during a flight, live, with the audience, I could do it. Let me show you what I will do. I just start with your stuff.
I'm a little bit confused.
That's good. So what we will do today?
We speak about different cool beginner decks, but these decks are not only for beginners. So you change it right now?
Yes, because I already made them. It would be a shame if I would not do it. Now the interesting part about this is that we prepared several ones of you. Hey, you know what is cool?
What is cool?
If I do this, do you want to make a magic gesture? Boom. And here we go. Now it's called beginner decks.
Hello DJ Belly, you are again here. Nice to see you again. Wow.
So, and
kaboom. So
ready to go.
Wow.
All set.
That's cool. So the first topic is this one, and we speak about. Oh, I changed it in English. You see?
There it works.
Svengali deck. Our Svengali deck is so great, so amazing.
But it's not about just our Svengali deck. You are very familiar with the. Well, if not, let's say we have magicians here. That's why we are explaining all the stuff. A Svengali deck is a force deck that will allow you to show in different cards. However, the card that is selected will be one of the force cards. There are several methods in it. There's also the typical pitching version of it, where all the selected cards will then change in all the same cards over and over again, what is terrible. The worst presentation ever. However, it's part of the pitching to sell the deck. It's the most. It's the deck that is sold the most in the world.
It is.
It is definitely. So I'm 100% sure that somewhere in your repertoire, in your drawer, you have one of the Svengali decks. Now we will show you a few differences from our Svengali decks to the other ones. What
exactly,
makes it much
because
better,
with the Phoenix Svengali deck, you're 100% sure that you get the right card. So that's one word what we can say, I think. And because the spectator he can cut to a card
and reveal the 7 of hearts in this particular case.
Or he cut again, and it's also the 7 of hearts. So because the method is, for everybody who don't know how this works, we can explain it, I think.
I think the Svengali deck is such a classic that we are allowed to do it. Let me show this to you. So what it is it seems to be a normal deck of cards. However, every second card is a short card that will show one of the force deck that was selected for this deck. Now, the typical decks that you would buy mostly at the Magic dealers is a deck where the force cards were cut manually with a machine. And so most of the time the short cards then have a sharp corner, so that not like this, where the cards have perfect rounded rounds, where the white border is definitely cut off at one side, etc. So that gives away a little bit the secret, so you have to hide it much better, what makes the deck definitely more difficult. Now,
and so cool here is you see the difference between these two cards. You see it very clearly in the camera. So the card on top of the deck, this is the force card, and the card on my left, so on your right, is the indifferent card.
This is the indifferent one. Yes.
So you see it because of the Phoenix in the middle. So you see here a white circle.
It's more or less the further you look away from it, it appears to be kind of a white circle.
Yeah, and here not.
You just see the white dots. These are the heads of the bird, and I changed the belly of the birds to be red, like the back design itself.
That means when a spectator cuts the deck and he don't cut, it's very difficult to
cut at the side.
The side. So you see he cuts, and you see, wow, there is a circle. You know the forcing card is below here, so you can,
the second one there,
or the second one there, so you can react and you can tell the spectator. So please, the card what you cut through, look on the card, don't show it to me, and put back on. So you can give a reaction. You can rescue yourself.
Yes, and you know 100% what is going on. You could even say, so when they cut, hey, you watch, every card is different, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Do it one more time, and then.
Yeah.
So
convince us.
Yes,
so.
Absolutely. So there's so much more possible with this if you have a 100% surefire deck. The interesting part is certainly these decks are cut to make them shorter, not narrow like some others. Mm-hmm. What is totally okay. We don't need a narrow deck as well. The cool thing is as long as you cut here, it should work. A safe way to make sure that the spectator will not cut on the side is that you just leave the card case next to it, like so.
Yeah, and he can't, and it's not comfortable to cut on this side. This is a very good tip, and you tell me this the first time today.
Yeah.
So I learned something. That's cool. My rescue plan is all the time when I see it. Okay, it's not the right card. Then
you go for the bottom one.
I go for the bottom one, and it doesn't matter because he cut also there. So
yeah. Actually, I saw a very clever routine of that was really my beginning. Christoph Bohrer, who had he was using a Svengali deck.
Yeah.
Then it was completely shuffled by a spectator.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't matter if it's riffle shuffle or not. So that the pattern of every second card was completely broken.
Okay.
However, that was not important because with the one-way design, you could then say, you know what, it doesn't matter. I want you to cut and cut again and cut again. So until you see that definitely a force card is on the top. Now I want you to look at that card, and then you cut again or you shuffle again, and so on and so on.
It's
the normal principle of a Svengali deck is completely destroyed in this effect. However, you still use the same method, and that is really, really cool because of the one-way design. And I made the one-way design especially for a routine that will that we will still have to release with Henry Evans. He performed it at FISM in Rimini together with Cyril Takayama, and I wanted to be sure that the special cards would be so obvious for him that he even could be on the other side of the stage and would know which card would be on top or which one not. So this marking really works in huge distance. Absolutely. So all our short decks have this feature, by the way.
Okay.
And we are using the short decks for the Svengali.
And when you
deck.
buy a marked deck and a short deck, then you can also do a cool thing.
Not a marked deck.
Not a marked deck.
No, it needs to be a forced.
A forced deck, and a short deck. Then you can do a reverse Svengali.
Yes,
that's what.
Yes.
So that means you can riffle shuffle from this side, and you see different cards. Not like here, because now when you do this with this kind of deck, you see all the time the seven of hearts. But when you reverse.
But what you wanted to say is that
the marking system in the
then I would recommend, if you really want to do it, you have a Svengali deck of us, and you buy a marked deck.
That one,
and the regular decks you will of the Svengali deck you will remove and replace them by the marked decks.
Then you know also the indifferent cards when they cut to them. So
absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it's cool. But the reverse Svengali, I love the reverse Svengali because it fools also sometimes magicians.
So what you for the reverse Svengali, what means that the force cards will be normal size. What in the normal Svengali they are short, and the indifferent cards will be the ones that are shorter. To make this happen, all you need is you take a short deck with all the cards in there and a force deck. So you have the long cards being forced and the short deck that could do the rest. So when you shuffle it, you can make up two of those reverse Svengalis. It has some other features, etc. We cannot describe now all, but I think you get the idea what possibilities exist with this kind of deck.
Absolutely.
And it's not just the cutting. You can do so many things with it. For instance, if you deal the cards in two piles, or let the spectator deal the cards in two piles,
you make a magician's choice, and then later it's completely free choice.
You end up with one deck being complete the force cards, one pack being the indifferent cards. You can now even exchange one card from here over there and the other way around. Very easy to find the cards and so on and so on. A lot of possibilities.
And also you can do a kind of classic force, because you go through the deck like that, and you push two cards together, and then he says stop, and all the time you hit a forcing card. You understand, like that?
Yeah. Or a little bit like Cupid, what you can do with the dropping cards, and you say stop whenever you like.
Exactly, like that, and all the time. Say stop at any point, you say stop here, this is a forcing card, or you push, so all the time you push two. So
but what he does is this, that it's not always two, but it's sometimes it's four.
Yeah, and two and four.
Yeah,
and
so
two
it's
and
always an even number that he drops, and just say stop whenever you like, and you would see if you are doing this with the force card or the indifferent card.
You can you can use it very free in different techniques. So
absolutely, yeah. So our recommendation: take out your old Svengali deck, and we have a website, or it comes together with the instructions of the Svengali deck, where we have a bunch of tricks that you can do with the Svengali deck, and it's not just the classical ones. It's really a lot of possibilities.
So cool. Now we come to a very funny, stupid thing.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. So because a lot of people they ask, hey, when you're on a convention, what do you show in a circle of very, very good magicians? So
they want to see stupid stuff because the finger flicking stuff they see all day
the time. And I want to show you a little stupid nonsense trick. Nonsense makes sense? No,
it makes no sense. No.
Makes no sense. So this trick, what I show you right now, makes no sense. But in a group of magicians, and when you perform it very well, you have a lot of fun.
Or perform it very bad, like you in the German stream.
Yeah, I do.
Then it's still fun.
Yeah, it's very difficult to mess up with this trick, but all the time.
Hey, you are very good in this.
Yeah.
So special.
Thank you. So, what do you need for this trick? You need a deck of cards. It's a quite shuffled deck of cards. Maybe show it on the table. This one.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, Christian.
Yes.
I will go through the deck like that.
Yeah.
And you say stop whenever you hear click.
Okay. Let's see if I can hear the click.
Wait.
You start. Stop.
Yeah. Okay. So there was the click. So look on the card. I show it to the camera.
7 of clubs. Okay.
Yeah. So the card goes in the middle of the deck. So we go on the top with us, and here we are. So Christian, I cheat.
Was it marked?
It is a marked deck. Okay. So but the laymen, they don't know it. So I will concentrate, and I will. I don't look very like that, but look, I perform right now.
Do I need glasses for this with the marking?
No, wait. This one was deeper. Deeper. There.
Feel your head.
Sorry. This one. No.
No, it's not a good. It's
it's a stupid trick.
It's very special marking.
No, just not. No, oops. No.
Come on.
No. Here's my special marking. This one. I think this one is it. Christian, first time. What was your card?
The 7 of clubs.
The 7 of clubs. Yes.
Yes. Did we promise too much? So you have either to have a certain level of alcohol or a very special sense of humor. Maybe it's the German sense of humor that will not really sell so much.
Patrick Lenin shows me this effect, and when he forced the card, so I think the pattern was you say stop when you hear click. It's for magicians a good thing, but Patrick Lenin is forced in the card like that. You say stop at any point.
Oh, he did not even do it.
Yeah, he did it like that.
I thought you were just mimicking. He was really not doing anything.
No, he do it like that. Say stop.
Stop.
Okay, cool. Remember the card. It goes in the deck, and he cut. That was the performance. It's
more terrible than yours.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's nonsense, and we have a lot of them. So
I might have to cut off these 5 minutes. It's wasted time.
Sorry.
Hey, Patrick, greetings to you, but I don't know if this is a good trick.
No, that's not a good trick.
Can we raise the level a little bit? A lot.
Yeah, we do.
Can we show the video that we performed?
Yeah, we do. So
because Patrick was a FISM whatever, but now we show a real gem of a FISM winner by Tommy Wonder.
Have fun.
And you will understand in a second why we are choosing this effect to show you. So here you have it. Have fun with it.
Yeah, that was just a little thing I learned from my mother, and sorry, it's time to go. No, it's time for my hobby. You don't mind I do my hobby now? Continue the magic later. Okay. Just make it. Janelle, I would like you to point to a card when I say so, not before, not after. It's a couple more seconds. I'll tell you when. Point to a card now. Exactly. Thank you. That's good. No, I mean, really, perfectly on time. No, exactly. Thank you. You're welcome. It's, no, maybe I explain, it's my hobby. I collect playing cards, which are chosen exactly at this time. So I had to put this in the show. No, it's true. I have quite a collection. These cards are chosen by different people different places in the world, and you notice it's always the 4 of clubs. Always at this time. Yeah, it's always the, yeah. I don't know why people always choose 4 of clubs, but I think there is some scientific reason for it. I don't know, but anyway, it's not so important.
It's her birthday, not on.
Is that the thing? Could very well be, yeah.
She wanted a princess.
Yeah. But birthday or not, it's the wrong card. No, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, not even remotely does it look like it. I mean, it's totally different. Okay, the back is fine. The back is fine, but I don't know. Do you mind if I change your card to a 4 of clubs? I can put it in a collection. Okay.
I don't mind.
Ah, okay, okay. It's very simple to change a card because you just put another 4 of clubs on top and you rub. If you watch carefully, it starts to imitate the 4 of clubs and it becomes what? It becomes a 4. Now you see, normally they do change. Oh. No. You know what? I'll do it differently. I'll just change the collection. Mind you, it's a lot more work for me. But you see, you got a jack of diamonds, so I make jack of diamonds. You know? Now, have a look at the cards. Is there anything wrong with them? No double layers, special things, or anything? No.
But they're not 4 clubs anymore.
No, that's true. Because if you change, you know, it's not heat either. It just changed. Now look here. Rub the card. Does anything go off? Nothing goes off. No. But you rub like this, it changed. Oh, look. No, wait. The last one. Look, it's really.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we had to raise the level a little bit when we're about using double facer cards. That's why I thought that would be the right timing to show that trick. That's what you can do, a real miracle if you're using the right cards. Isn't that cool? Yes.
Sorry, it was only a funny thing, so
it's okay.
I think the most of the magicians like that when they go drunk and with a group of magicians, it's funny. So
yeah, for several years we are now already offering the tame cards, the whole effect with all the gimmicks. And Tommy, he created such a lovely effect that is awesome because his thinking behind the effect when he's showing which cards, when he goes to his watch that you would still see cards underneath, etc. All this is well timed and well rehearsed. The cool thing is he was certainly using regular cards and not so regular cards that were double faces, but also he was using something I would like to tell you a little bit later. To not to give away too much, but first of all, it's your trick that you want to show, right?
Yeah, it's not my trick, but it's a trick.
Yes, okay. So we'll come back to tame cards later.
No performance style here. There's a prediction.
Okay.
So I have a deck of cards with some different cards, and I will put the deck like that. Yeah. So, and what you do, you go through the deck, you reach one card out, you show it to the camera, you remember the card, and that's it. So also put it here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Perfect.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah.
So, oops. I should have. It was an open prediction right now. It doesn't matter. So you choose the 2 of hearts, and the prediction says 2 of hearts. So very cool, very easy. Very
okay. If you have not yet thought about the method, it's not using a Svengali deck. Certainly, with every effect, there are certain ways how to do it. That's the interesting part. First of all, if you think about a certain presentation, think what are the limiting factors? What trick do you want to achieve? Let's say you have already an open prediction that you want to come back to. You want to be surefire that the spectator will choose a 2 of hearts, and then you have to figure out how could he do this?
Yeah.
Now, it could be, let's say, in different ways with different kinds of decks. And one deck would be, if it doesn't matter if you would only show 26 cards, you could use roughing or glue or whatsoever. If you want to have full decks, you could use 52 cards as a double decker glued together. If you want to have another thing, and the more simple you are thinking and the more simpler you want to go into the presentation, the more interesting it gets.
Yeah, here is in this effect or in this method, there are a lot of principles, convincing principles for
Yes.
layman's. One convincer fools myself because it is a convincer of Joshua J.
Yeah.
When he used it like that, so you can show. Go on the top. You can show the cards here are different. I have a joker here, so the second joker, after 4 cards, my forcing sequence is starting. So you see there are some different cards. Here there is one different card inside of the forcing part and another 4 or 5 cards on top. So you can see it better. I have no idea, like that. So yeah, the cool thing is when you spread it.
Yes.
So these different card in the middle of the forcing part is marked on the back. So I
Yes.
scratched a little bit of the white of the red out, and it's a white dot. So and I can go and tell the spectator what he has to do. I go through the deck and I say reach in and push one card out, show it to the camera or show it to yourself, and they see also a different card. So
You now, to get rid of that, you can now add it to the top in case you want to be sure that he would never choose this card.
I never do this because there was a situation where the spectator puts the same card out like me before, and I say, wow, we have a good connection, so let's do it again.
Okay,
And
cool.
it was it was a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake then, it was a miracle. So it was cool.
Yeah,
It works.
okay.
It was not a big effect, but it was an effect. So I love.
Sometimes when you get something, an effect like this, it's your choice to stop at that point, because sometimes these miracles are better than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so easy.
Do you remember the card of, is it John Fitch or so, with the card sticking to the forehead? John Finn. I forgot it. And he does a trick where a jumbo deck is put into the deck itself.
Okay.
So that he's forcing.
I don't know this trick.
It's kind of funny because it's really a comedy magic thing.
I saw this only from the Ehrlich brothers in Germany. They have also they reach out a card and then he changed the deck in a little one.
Yeah, and so he has to put it in. Yeah, so that's it's not their gag.
No,
Certainly.
it is.
And can you imagine one time in his whole career, this card that was going inside was not just in between 2 cards, but was having one card ticking inside the thick one, because it was a thicker, the bigger one, and it was exactly the one force card. So he could not continue the magic because it cannot get any stronger than that. That's how cool it is. But you get it once in your lifetime, and you have to do it and go with it. These are the tricks you cannot explain. Better, it's impossible.
So the method is clear. It's a half
Absolutely,
forcing.
yes. It's a half forcing deck. In the half forcing deck, it fools a lot of magicians.
Yeah. The second part, what you speak about before, was you can also do roughing. We can show it here.
Yes, it could be a Svengali, certainly.
Go on this camera. So you can show there are different cards here on the table.
I do again the top camera,
Yeah,
so
like
that you can see the spread. All these cards are indifferent now and are not showing the force card. However, any card that would be touched.
Touch a card, please.
Would be, no, let's go for this one here.
This one. So, and you go in, and there's also the 2 of hearts, because there is roughing on the card, and on each card is a forcing card.
The cool thing is, because of of science fiction that we already showed in the last stream, if you are not familiar with it, go back to last week's stream from the 10th of May, where we are talking about different types of roughing. With the science fiction, we only have to rough one of two cards. In that particular case, we are roughing the indifferent cards on the backs, so that the force cards are completely ungimmicked, ungaffed. You would never ever feel anything. So in case you want to give this card out as a souvenir, etc., and refill it with one of another 2 of hearts that you might got from a force deck, of a complete force deck, it's possible if you use science fiction. So definitely a good way. This could have been done, could have been as well a Svengali deck that you rough. Then it's a Popeye.
No, a Mirage deck.
Yeah, I'm not so familiar with all the names, but yes, there are certain trick decks.
Also good. You can use 2 of them, a blue, a red one.
Mirage, you're right.
Mirage,
deck,
yeah.
yes.
Blue, a red one, and with a couple or in a wedding, she choose a card, he choose a card, and whatever. So cool method, easy to do. It's not only for beginners,
but it's still under the name of a beginner's deck, because force cards, a force deck.
So and this
you won't believe how many professionals are using force decks now. Talking about professionals and force deck, if you think that Tommy was taking a chance of forcing, doing a classic force to the spectator to choose the card that he needed to go into the effect that you just saw, certainly not. He was using a special force deck. So this deck was also allowing to get to a specific card very, very quickly. However, he was not using the method of spreading the deck like so, and you would choose it, but with a certain pressure. What is very clever as well, and you would see it in all the instructions, that when he says, now you have to choose a card now. So he's spreading the cards, and you have a split second to make a choice to get to a card, and he certainly is not spreading the whole deck, but he goes into the block that has this force card and opens this one up, so the chance of picking one of the force cards is 100%.
Yeah.
And that's foolproof. Now the cool thing is with tame cards, that's typical Tommy Wonder. This is a great effect that you can also do for table hopping, because this trick can be repeated. Certainly you're always reset immediately after putting away the props. That is the cool part.
And you can do it 4 times in a row, and all the time when you end the trick, like the Jack of Clubs is the ending sequence with all the cards changing.
But it's a circle.
It's a circle, yeah. So you, in the next table, you start with the Jack of Clubs, and these people who follow you the whole time, they see, okay, he do the same thing again. They see the Jack of Clubs again, and you change it to the 4 of Hearts. So the next card is coming.
So imagine, imagine you would have any wild card routine on you, the typical classical wild card routine where you are changing one certain value, let's say the 8 of Hearts into the 6 of Spades, whatsoever. It will always be the same. So whenever your friend or a spectator who is following you sees you again at the next table, he will see exactly the same and can figure out so much more. You might be surprised how much they can understand better whenever they see certain patterns that repeat. And Tommy cut this out by making it so foolproof that a spectator that is following him was not able to follow the whole pattern, because always the cards changed, but he was always using the same props, the same things. So that's tame cards. You would get the whole set from us, certainly with the whole circle of 4 different values that are changing from performance to performance, and a special deck with all the cards in there. Also with certain cards that we are coming now to, so that you are always able to reset the deck, the force deck, for the next performance before you put it away.
Very great thing. There's a question in the chat.
Okay.
About Marco is asking, hi, when will be the stripper deck red back available again? It is.
I heard something like this. Actually, let me check something. They should be back in stock, and I think that we have 2 shops, one for the computer and one for the smartphone. And somehow these are 2 different kinds of databases, and I might not have updated both of them. So give me 1 second, you go continue. I will go into the warehouse and check right now to give you the answer.
That's so cool. So, Tommy Wonder's tame card. Some people ask me, is it difficult? Yes and no. You have to practice a little bit the handling. That's the only thing what I can say. It is not easy, not easy, but you will have a lot of fun with this, and it's a real worker effect. Also, we have a good friend, Rainer from Paralabs. He is creating an amazing new app where you can get the original sound what you saw in the video before
more or less, yes.
More or less. You can do the performance with the same sound with like Tommy Wonder. So we create an app. This app comes for free, I think.
It's included with the purchase of the trick, at least for an iPhone user. If you're an Android programmer and would like to help us, please reach out to me. So the idea was that I had a timer that does a certain thing. This timer I found years ago from a developer. At that time the sound was not included. I asked the developer to include it, what he did. Unfortunately, I just found out a few weeks ago from a customer who was going to the App Store that the app was missing, and Rainer was so nice to help us and started programming a new app. It will be available very, very soon again. And the whole procedure is that you are starting the thing, and now you can do something different. And at a certain point, when you turn on your volume, the thing, and now you can and I have the stream on. That's why. So here we go. One more time. I'm starting this. I can talk now, and while I'm talking, then seemingly my thank you. Is it? Yes. Certainly my alarm would go off.
And
it certainly does not come from my watch. However, it's so loud that you would just think it's from your watch. It's not. And that would be my next dream if Rainer can do this, that he would not only have the app for the iPhone, but also for the Apple Watch. Yeah. And here, read. So we will see. Yeah, for sure. So I'm really excited about this.
Cool worker effect. When you're searching on a wildcard routine, I think this is a good one.
It's the best.
I don't like the word. It's the best. It comes from Karchak, but it's
the cool thing is that really it has it has a meaning why a car changes from A to B, because certainly or seemingly the spectator made a mistake in a very charming way. You're not punishing him or blaming him for doing something wrong. You see how nicely and nonchalant Tommy Wonder was doing it in his performance, and certainly you should do the same. But this is a great excuse to go from value A to value B. So a high recommendation for a wildcard routine, Tommy Wonder's tame cards.
So cool.
Yeah. So the next thing that you wanted to show was
we speak about this one. We speak about Gaff Deck. So
didn't we do this in the other one as well?
We do this.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only a method. I show you a method, and Christian will choose a card, and I will tell you before what happened. So okay, when I look in your beautiful eyes, I see a black card. There is a 10 of clubs. I have no idea, but there is a 10 of clubs. So what you have to do is you cut the deck. Yeah, you turn it and put it back on the deck. So we marked this position perfectly. So okay. Then all cards are face up, and the next card who's face down, this is your card.
Okay.
Got it.
So what I will try now is I cut here.
You turn it,
and it should be and as you can see, this is not the 10 of clubs.
No.
It's the 7 of spades.
Yeah.
I'll do the top camera again.
But I tell you before.
Wait.
Can vanish like that.
Yes.
So I tell you before, the card where you cut through.
Yeah.
This one will be your card. And I tell you before what card? What?
10 of clubs.
10 of clubs, and there is the 10 of clubs. So,
Simple to do.
Simple to do.
Great force.
great force. Old concept, I think. Spidey, he has a wonderful YouTube channel also. Maybe the most of you know him. He used also this method and he explained very good details about it. More details. This is only an idea what you can do with a gaff deck. So think about this. Not only a double back card can you help you with this, also a double face card.
Yeah, we right at the beginning to start with a whole set of gimmicks. I thought the most useful gimmicks that exist are double backers, double faces, blank faces, blank backs, etc., etc. And so that you would not have to invest into every single deck to have a double facer and a double backer and so on and so on. I put them all together into one gaffed deck so that for professionals, because it's not having the smeared indexes and so on and so on. These are other gimmicks, but the most common for the most tricks like Chicago opener and so on, they are all included. And yeah, it's inside the gaff deck certainly as well, and it comes with a lot of instructions from the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So so far so good.
We hope you enjoy the stream.
And here I see that something was missing that I just figured out. The thing was that you were using a corner short, right?
For what?
For the nonsense trick.
Yeah.
Because you said do it with a click.
Yeah.
You could also do it with a short card.
Yeah.
And here comes the interesting part with a short card. Well, we don't have short cards with double faces.
Yeah,
yes.
but a short card is better because you hear the click very, very loud. When you go like
on this side.
On this side, so.
Yes. So with short cards, you can do a lot of stuff as well. We have not prepared any tricks with that. Certainly, that's here the thing with Tommy Wonder's special deck. At the beginning, or his recommendation would have been using long cards inside of a short deck to separate the banks of forces. We changed it now back to the short cards as separators inside a normal deck of cards, as it's way easier to produce. And but you can certainly do it by having a short deck and adding a normal deck to it, so that you start having a long card, so where you don't have to riffle through to get to the click. Yeah. But you just feel it, because the long card will be the only long one. And as you already said, what Ehrlich Brothers did, they exaggerated it, certainly by exchanging the whole deck, having a big card inside. But how cool is it if you, for instance, have a regular deck, let four spectators choose a card, then you do a deck switch for a short deck and put the four cards back in, shuffle the deck like crazy and so on, and you certainly and most likely get to the four cards, because they are the only ones that are standing out of the short deck, and you can do any miracle with it. So don't always think of how you can do it with finger flicking. What can go wrong will go wrong. And just use foolproof methods if you have to perform under stress and you want to concentrate on your presentation. It's definitely the better way to do. A spectator doesn't know if you had to train for this effect for months or years, or if you are using a special deck that they don't even know that this exists. So give it a chance. Use trick decks, and if you have a certain idea in mind of a presentation, reach out to us, and we will recommend the best deck, the best solution for you that we think of, or discuss it with you how you can achieve it, and you can choose the best method. It could be that you want to be clean at the end. You want to have it examinable. You want to have it being touched by a spectator. What are the features that you can accept not being part of the trick deck, and so on, so that you get the right deck for the effect you're dreaming of. And that's definitely possible. Very
cool.
Easy.
So for the end, please subscribe us when.
I hope you like this. You would help us a lot. We started this YouTube channel again, new, under Card Shark International. Before we had both the English and the German videos under the other Card Shark Germany channel. and we separated it for the English audience, or the English speaking audience. Therefore, our subscriptions here are extremely low. Don't judge this, the book by the cover, that we only have less than 200 subscribers. Please subscribe. You will certainly be announced about our new live stream next week.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure that the next one will be as interesting as this one here. And yes, so I hope you will learn something.
You have a lot of fun with the nonsense trick.
Yes, and that you please go back to your magic drawer, pull out one of the old decks, blow off the dust, and give it a new try with the knowledge of today. These decks are stronger than you might think. Have fun. See you in a week again.
Thank you so
then.
much. Stay safe, stay cool, stay magical.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.